Alright, Solomon AD, welcome back to the channel. I want to talk today about something that, a project I'm working on, and it's something that I have experienced throughout my whole life, and there's great value to it. I'm just going to put it under the moniker right now of Latino Magic, but really this could be anybody's own magic of their roots. Like, you see a lot of the African American population reclaiming a lot of their ethnic value through hoodoo, and it being a very rewarding experience. You see a little bit of that with the Latino community, but I think it hasn't been explored as much. Tons of historical reasons why, but I think the most pronounced example of Latinos going back to their roots and culture to see their pagan and just unconventional spiritual views as valuable. The best example for that would be like Santa Muerte. And I too, over my years, have worked with Santa Muerte. My family had worked with Santa Muerte for a few years. And what is Santa Muerte? We can have a whole discussion about that. But in essence, in core, it's a synchronization of Catholic folk-style beliefs with the underworld Aztec death goddess, the wife of Mictlantecutli. So I want to be offering a different take on this because there are plenty of ways that Latino magic can be explored, because Santa Muerte and the Aztec pantheon really is centralized to central Mexico. And I've seen that, there's a lot of people within the Latino community that kind of gravitate to that simply because it's Latino, even if they're like from Colombia or various places throughout Latin America that is not central Mexico. I'm not saying it's wrong whatsoever, not at all. There's a lot of great values. Anyone of any race, of any background can have working with almost any spirit across any pantheon. And I just say almost because there's no racial boundary. It's just that some people, not everybody mixes with every spirit. But I would like to offer an alternative to that. A lot of people know that I work with Mayan Gods. I think this is significant at this period of time because the populations of southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador, and Honduras, that's millions upon millions of people, and their descendants are here in the United States as well. That's even more millions of people. I think offering them a direct route to their ancestral spirituality is uber empowering. And I think it will offer people a sense of sovereignty in which no other spiritual path can. I know in the occult community, there's a big emphasis on ancestral spirits. Basically, they say it's superior in a lot of ways, but I'll just say that it's different in a way that they can offer you, ancestor work can offer you a different value in which no other spiritual path can. I am also here to tell you that working with the pantheon of your ancestors offers you a sense of sovereignty that no other spiritual model can, because no other spiritual model shares that kind of ancestral link to you. Just like your ancestors, nobody else shares a link like that to you. So by offering my 2 cents of like getting back to your pantheon, your native pantheon, your ancestral pantheon, I'm pinpointing this particularly to the Latino community of those said countries, but this can really be applied to anybody of anywhere. But I just think that with my work over the past several years, and that what I will be presenting in the near future, I think now is a time for the Latino community of those Central American countries to really start finding out who they are, allowing themselves to venture into who they are as far as the past of their blood. Because there is a value that I have garnered from those spirits that no other spirits can offer, and it's just the way it is because nobody else has that link to you. And this is also to say, like, if you come from Peru, working with maybe Viracocha or some an Inca style god would be beneficial to you. But I'm kind of asking the Latino community to kind of broaden its horizons by zeroing in its focus on their actual heritage. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of Latinos actually say that, oh, I'm Latino, so Santa Muerte. And they kind of just jump on that, and that's kind of like where they leave it. Instead of like seeing that, well, maybe, perhaps, not always, but perhaps Santa Muerte is the gateway to what I'm actually supposed to be finding. Because while Santa Muerte is a very, very versatile spirit, at the end of the day, it's still also tied to the element of death. And if you summon that specific energy to a overcompensatory level, you may find that you're having problems that reflect in a lack of balance. Just like if I was summoning any kind of planetary-based force, and if I was summoning strictly Saturnian energies, I'm going to have a lot of problems. And actually, I'll say this from personal experience. I'm a very Martian individual. I have had problems because I'm an extremely Martian individual, and I basically, in a way, reject a lot of other planetary forces that would actually benefit me. It's just I have this kind of like squeamishness about it, and just like, oh no, Martian kind of thing. So including Venus energy would be very, very beneficial. So there are deities out there. Are there specific evocation systems out there for them? Perhaps not. And this is where we get into a sticky situation of like, oh, well, I don't need anything to talk to spirits and stuff. I'll probably make another video about that, about how, well, yeah, maybe talking to spirits could be easy, but actually doing a massive ritual with them, talking and doing a massive ritual are not the same as far as quality. But my main point in this video is to encourage spiritual seekers and magi of Latino descent to investigate where their family comes from and to start exploring those archetypes, those gods of your ancestors. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to summon them, but simply bridging the gaps and the synapses of your spiritual experience, simply that may open doors for you. Because it's not doing one summoning or one evocation or whatnot and saying, oh, I've evoked this spirit. There's any spirit, there's just levels to it. But yes, so Latino Magic, that is what I will be presenting more. I am currently writing a grimoire on summoning Mayan gods, and hopefully that will be out in the near future. It's coming along great, and I hope that I can provide a sense of, a new sense of information for a lot of people in the Latino community that feel spiritually deprived because they have a choice between Christianity or simply something like Santa Muerte or simply Satanism or something like that. And really, the options, there are basically custom tailored options for you that are there. It's just bringing them to the surface in a educated manner. So I do hope to be presenting more about that here just on the channel, and also once my book is ready to be sent out there in the world. But yes, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.